Alright, I think we're good. Oh, why'd my webcam disconnect? What the heck? Hang on. What's it doing here? I can see this one, you just can't see that one. Hang on, let me end the stream. Alright, we might be back. My webcam disconnected and the only way to reconnect it is actually restart OBS, which is dumb. Let me check something real quick. Connected and the only way to reconnect it is actually restart. Alright, it's working. Awesome. I know my stuff most of the time. When I don't, that's what Google's for. Alright, let's see, did it save the settings? Is it going to automatically adjust? No, it's not. Okay, good. That's how I want it, actually. Change that to 7:30. Alright, how's everyone doing? How's everyone's day going? Welcome 2025 on NT, welcome Mobile Typer. Apologies for the late start. I had some stuff to do, so can't really get out of that stuff, which is fine. Awesome, okay, let me get the stream link and grab it. Put it on my main server. Okay. Reminds me of the Tuesday live streams. Yeah, I remember when we used to do those. Let's get started racing. Have a new theme. I really like this one. Just some random pictures I found on the internet. Oh yes, the race link. That's important. Professional streamer right here. I always remember everything. Never forget anything. Okay, let's do that again. Casual, public. Yep, we're good. I do have some racing to do tonight. There we go. Because I'm actually in the demotion zone in my league, so I need to get going. Oh, this is bad. That was a bad race. Wow. Welcome, Gold Pikachu. How you doing? It's been a while. What's this new thing YouTube has with tags in a live chat? Can anyone explain that to me? It's 2025 #1, and then somebody else is like #2. Gold Pikachu is #2. I don't know, that's just what YouTube tells me. I have no idea what that means. This must be some new feature they're trying out. Or maybe it's just a permanent thing. Oh, chat XP. Okay, okay. It's been a while. Yeah, it has. Yeah, that's an interesting feature, though. I'll have to see what that does. Ugh. So, what's everyone been up to this summer? Anyone done anything fun? Alright. Been working and typing with a wrist that just recovered from being sprained. Ooh, sorry to hear that. What you been doing? Work. Pretty much. Full-time over the summer, which is good, because as an hourly employee, I appreciate working full-time over the summer. Those extra paychecks really help when it comes to saving up for college. My mic arm dropped like half an inch, which it does, but that's fine. It takes me a second after I stream to actually get my microphone where I want it. Just been working. Question, where does everyone in the chat work? For those of you who do work and feel comfortable sharing that information, I'm curious to see. We have any millionaires, billionaires, CEOs? I'm sure there's lots of successful people that watch Nitro Type YouTube. Auto parts store, Wendy's general manager. Ooh, nice. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Okay, I've got one of those not very far from me. I mean, it's like 35 minutes, but that's because I live in the middle of nowhere, so anything that's within an hour is considered close-ish. $10 a week watching my little cousin. Hey, it's something. Gotta start somewhere. Egg processing plant. Ooh, neat. That sounds like interesting work. Also get free lunch 3 times a week is pretty neat. Nice. Free food is great. Especially with how much groceries cost. What's the weather like for everyone? It's really, really hot where I live, but that's pretty normal for here. Ah. Your dad spends $300 weekly for me and him groceries? Dang. That might be what my family of 5 pays per week for groceries. Maybe. But I know groceries are more expensive in different parts of the country. They're not horrible where we are. They're not cheap. They've gone up a lot, but I'm sure there are places that are worse. It's been raining. Oh, you're an hour away from where those floods were. Okay. Well, I hope you stay safe. Not a good race. Been playing Gran Turismo 7. Nice. How's that been going? Yeah, I haven't gotten a whole lot of rain recently. We got a little bit. We have a soft serve ice cream machine for a week. Vanilla raspberry. Definitely not definitely not good for my health. No, definitely not. But you know, you only live once, right? That's actually kind of the problem. But definitely stay healthy. It's worth it. But you know, ice cream every once in a while does not hurt too much. You know, if it has milk in it, it's got to be healthy, right? Good for the bones. That's what I like to say. Everything's been going well except the license test and the missions, but if you play any GT games, you know that's nothing new. Has NitroType released anything new lately? No, they haven't, and they've been doing events, and I thought there was going to be a summer event, but as far as I can tell, they haven't done anything yet, so I don't know if there's something in the works. A lot of people are surprised to know that I don't get leaks from anyone, so besides the one server I'm on, and by then most people will know about it, so no, I have not seen anything. I can check. This is a bad race. I should be doing 150. Advice for starting a YouTube channel for NitroType, other games. With NitroType especially, you have to be really creative because there's not a whole lot going on the website right now. And even when there are things going on, it's not usually a whole lot to work with. It's just an update or a new season or some new loot or whatever. So you have to be really creative, try to do things that are unique to you, or at least put a unique spin on the thing. It's really hard to come up with something that hasn't been done in NitroType at this point. So just do something unique to you. Like, people have done profile rating before, I just do it a little bit differently. So that's kind of my thing. Live streaming too, another one of my things. And it's okay to do things the same too. Like, if you want to do a live stream, everyone live streams really at some point in their YouTube career, so it's not a big deal. Just make it high quality. Don't just rip off somebody else's work, even if you're not trying to, right? You know. What else? And generally speaking, it's better to be not as active with uploading, but still have better uploads than it is to upload every single day and have bad uploads. So don't upload every day. You're going to run out of ideas and motivation really fast. Do at most every couple of days. If you're like me, do like once a week. I need to do more. I've just been busy, and I get home from work and I'm really tired and don't feel like doing anything, so that definitely doesn't help. NitroType like was peak in the late 20-teens. Mid to late 20-teens was peak NitroType. I wish I could have done it more like the 2012 to 2019, 2020 era was kind of the best. Maybe 2021. But then after that, I think it's gone downhill. Gotta go out for the evening. Have a fun session though. Hey, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I'm hoping they have back to school. If they're not going to do summer, they should do back to school. Or maybe they'll just do a late summer event. I don't know. But well, what day is it? Check my watch. Today is the 10th of June. Or not June, July. So if they're going to do a summer event, they've got to do it pretty quick. If they don't do it by this Sunday, I don't think it's going to happen. 2020 was peak for community. I agree. I started in early 2018, and that was pretty neat. I wish I'd gotten involved more. I wish I had started earlier. But that would have meant that I've been doing this game since 3rd grade, which I'm not going to do. I've been doing it since 5th grade. I don't do it for the loot or anything anymore. I more just do it to type. It's kind of a relaxing thing to do when I have free time. And it's a good skill to have. when I have time. Oh, I can tell I'm not in shape when it comes to typing. In my, I guess you could call it my peak of typing, when I was practicing every day for an hour, that would have been like a 170. But that's a particularly good text for those of you who don't know. The early learning text is one of my favorites. Started in 2016. Yeah, that would be the best time, I think, to start, because by then the game is pretty developed. Here's the problem: everyone who has been playing NitroType now grown up a bit. With schools banning NitroType, no one really knows that it exists. I think the schools that do use it, though, will continue to use it. I wouldn't be surprised. There are definitely ones that block it. Even my school blocked it for a little bit. But I don't do NitroType at school, and I haven't for a long time. So my theory about NitroType is that it's grown so large and has such a large user base that it's more of passive income for them now than it used to be. They used to have to put a lot more effort in to get that money. This is just a theory. I have no idea if this is true. I have no data to back this up. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're putting in less effort, either because they're really occupied with something else, or because at this point it's just making them so much money without them having to do a whole lot. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, but that's kind of one of my theories. Why do you have a crown? It's a new system in YouTube. I don't really understand it. It just has to do with chat XP. So I guess the more you chat, the higher you're ranked. I think that's kind of how it works. I don't know. Somebody in chat can probably explain it better than I can. Yeah, it's some new feature. I actually am going to have to disagree with you there, Mobile Typer. If you are a consistent user, if you're a consistent enough user on NitroType to race consistently for years and years, they'll probably make more money off of you in ad revenue. I would not be surprised. Now, if they do get gold, then they'll lose money on you. So getting a $50 gold plan for life would actually make them more money, but it might still make them less than the ad revenue. At least back when lifetime gold you could get for 12 bucks, that they definitely lost money on people. But that's fine, because it was the 1% that would do that. Hey, welcome Alice, how you doing? It's been a while. I could be wrong, Mobile Typer, too. That's just how it was back then. That was a good race. I'm good, you? I'm doing pretty well. Good to hear. Wish I could race keyboard, just trash ruined my average. I can understand that. Yeah, a lot less people play the game now who have lifetime golds. I'm one of the few, I think. There's not a whole lot left that I think consistently play with lifetime gold. I need to update stickers. I do too. Actually, we'll do that now because nobody's in the race. What stickers do I have equipped? Okay, I have Christmas stickers equipped. I should probably get rid of those. I like all of these. I'm not going to get rid of these. What's a good one? I'll scroll. Is there a class of 2025 title? Did they ever do that? I like the useful stickers, the one I can actually kind of send a message with. That one maybe, but we'll see. I also like funny ones. Class of 2022. Man, I've been on here a while. I kind of like that. That's a neat one. I wish you could move these around. I hope I didn't miss it. I can look up in a second. That's a good one. Dumpster fire. That's a good one. Let's see titles. Ah, yes. Isn't there a class of title? No, there isn't. I must be misremembering that. What's in the shop? Okay, nothing special. I mean, this is a pretty good car, but... Alright, let's get racing. Yes, yeah, I graduated a couple months ago. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you, chat, for the warm words. I appreciate it. That was a decent race. I don't know, everyone was telling me that I'd be super emotional at graduation, and I just wasn't. Like, yeah, it was a big move, but I've been anticipating it for a while. I was more nervous than anything because I had to give a speech, so... But my school's really small, so it wasn't to a ton of people. 100% accuracy for 3 million cash next race. What are you going to study when I go to college? Mechanical engineering is the plan right now. I'll be going to Bradley University, which is in the middle of Illinois. So, a little bit of a drive, but not too bad. I live in the Midwest, if you guys didn't know. I won't say where, but I think I've said that before. I live in the Midwest. Mobile actually knows where I live, but he won't tell anyone. I already messed up the accuracy. That's fine. I'm not really trying. Didn't go to my graduation. It was probably for the best. There was a fight that broke out. They didn't even make it to the D's. Who fights at graduation? What's the point? You're almost out. Just get along for half an hour. Yeah, Sam did at one point. Yeah, no, it's not a big deal. It wasn't hard to find at one time. I think it's different now, but everyone in my class gets along pretty well. There's not really a whole lot of bad blood between people in my class, so it was a pretty relaxing graduation. Everyone was kind of happy for each other. There's only about 50 people in my class, though. Yeah, they will take away your diploma. They don't have to give it to you. Another thing that a lot of people don't realize is that schools generally have the power to retract your diploma. So if they found out that you cheated on a big thing and they're angry enough about it, they could motion to get rid of your diploma. That's more of a college thing than a high school thing. I really doubt any high school is going to come for your diploma. But there are colleges that can and have taken away diplomas before, so always want to be honest. I took a program so I could graduate early. Unfortunately, it was also for people who got expelled. Ah, okay. So, like, you were there for ambition, and other people weren't. That kind of stinks. But still, it's a good move, I'm sure. Class president at my school, someone kept saying the new kids smelled bad at graduation. Wanted to say something, didn't regret, or no, but oh, wait. Let me read this again. I can't. Sorry, I'm really tired. I worked a long shift today. I was class president at my school, and someone kept saying the new kids smelled bad at graduation. I wanted to say something, but I didn't regret that I didn't to this day. I mean, that's fair. You know, you don't want to start conflicts. And, you know, while it's not nice to say that somebody smells bad, I would say that it's... I made a new account lol using the starter car. Nice. No, but I would say that, you know, it's good to avoid conflict. I've always tried to take the path of least conflict. Usually that ends up working the best, so I can't blame you for not regretting it. My school banned Nitro Type, but not Nitro Math. Oh, because it had math in it. Okay, yeah, just like cool math games. Man, I love cool math games. I don't do them anymore, but back in middle school, those would peak. What was everyone's favorite cool math game? That's actually a good question. Mine was those... Oh, what's it called? What was... Oh, what's it called? Is it just called Run? Yeah, it's called... I think it was Run 3 was my favorite. So easy to make friends with that game. I know, because everyone liked it. So you were just in an environment where everyone kind of had this common thing they agreed on. Forgot what it's called. The one that you had to guess the word or the monster at you. I don't remember that one. I was pretty much just Run, and there was some random tank game I played, I think. Yeah, it's back in early middle school. My mom is a middle school teacher, and so when I was in middle school, I actually did have her as a teacher in middle school, which was interesting. I actually liked it a lot, but I would stay in her classroom after school and wait for her to be done, and then we'd leave. And so I would just play cool math games a lot for like an hour or 2 hours if she stayed late. I didn't actually play that many of them. I just played the same couple, but yeah, I know a lot of people played a lot. I guess we'll continue racing. In 2 minutes, we'll do a giveaway. I'll just do 2 races, and I'll randomly pick somebody with a random number generator from each race to win $1 million. And then we'll do our final giveaway at the end. That was a decent race. It was actually pretty good. Cool Math Games stream when... I probably won't do that. This is a Nitro Type channel, as you all know. What was I going to say? Oh yes, I'm probably going to start streaming twice a week. For those of you who don't know, I haven't made any official announcement yet, but I will probably start streaming twice a week. I would love to make a video in the place of that stream, because I like making videos, but I don't have the time nor the motivation for that anymore, especially with Nitro Type just being the way it is with not updating very often. So I'll be doing 2 streams a week, Sunday, and I'm thinking probably later in the week, maybe a Thursday night stream. Is that going to not work for anyone? I don't really want to do a Friday night stream. I usually like just crashing on the couch on Friday nights, or if I have motivation, I'll make all my videos, or I'll start setting them up on Friday so that I can make them all on Saturday. Nitro Type is kind of dying. Incorrect. Nitro Type is dying. At least in terms of the updates. I'm sure they're doing fine financially, but I don't know. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know how the final giveaway works, I haven't really explained this too much. Every stream, people usually donate to me, and if they don't, it's fine, because I have a starting amount in the prize pool anyway, but I don't like keeping the donations I get on stream, because I have lots of cash, so I will keep track of it in a spreadsheet, and at the end of the stream, I give all the money donated to me plus a starting amount away to one person. So there's a Google form. It's easy to enter. It takes like 5 seconds. If you have any questions about entering, please let me know in the chat. Just because it's easy to enter doesn't mean that you'll know how to do it automatically, especially if you're a beginner. So yeah, feel free to ask questions. Oh, that's nice. Thanks. I mean, at this point, well, what am I even going to do? Like, I have 1.3 billion. I don't need more cash. How long streams? Sunday and Thursday? Okay. Sunday will be a longer stream. It'll be an hour and a half, 2 hours. The weeknight stream will probably just be an hour. I don't really have that much energy when I go home from work. Unlike previous years, I'm actually kind of busy at work this year. So, I mean, I had things to do the last couple of years, but interns aren't always blessed with things to do, I guess you could say. So this year I've gotten myself involved in a lot of projects, which will be great. And I had projects last year too, but unlike last year where maybe a couple days out of the week would be an easier day where I just have a few projects to work on, then I'd be done. This year I have lots of projects to work on, which is good. It's good experience in the engineering field, but I come home exhausted. So, you know, it's definitely a factor. It's not just I don't have time to make videos. For those of you who aren't YouTubers, I mean, even those who aren't, you probably still understand this concept. There's more to just having time. You also have to have motivation. So when you don't, it's really hard to come to the desk and make a video. I do 2-hour streams now. Yeah, for a while there I was doing like 2.5-hour streams, but I grew tired of that pretty quickly. Because I really like having my Sunday afternoons just to chill. So I like to stream, kind of get my stuff out of the way. And I mean, it's a pretty relaxing thing to do, don't get me wrong, but then I like to sit back and relax, maybe go for a walk if it's not stupid hot outside, which it is right now. Got work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Nice. Business picking up, yeah. No, I've been trying to get some good projects at my internship so that I can put those on my resume and get a higher chance of getting some more internships. You know, so it's nice. It gives me something to do that is actually going to help me in my field. It's also nice working with engineers. They're so chill. They don't, they care, but they're not strict about it. Like, I don't think I've ever seen any engineer that I work with wear nicer than khaki. Like khaki pants and like a basic collared shirt. I don't see anything nicer than that. I call all of them by their first names. You know, there's no, I guess, hierarchy when it comes to that. I don't call my boss Mr. whatever his last name is. Just, I don't know, it's pretty chill. I like it. Do internships mean more pay? Internships, there are unpaid internships. Mine is not unpaid. I make decent money as an intern, I guess you would say. If I had to live on my own, it would still be difficult, but when is it not difficult to live on your own in this economy? So essentially, when you're an intern, you're kind of, it's like an entry-level position. It's just to get experience in the field. Some internships, you're pretty much just job shadowing people, trying to get some experience, kind of figure out what you want to do. My internship isn't quite like that. You do have projects, you are doing things that are valuable to the company, so you're considered an employee and therefore you are paid. And it's decent pay too. The company I work for, Caterpillar, they pay pretty well. At least for a young kid like myself with no college education yet. But the nice thing about internships is usually when you start to intern with a company seriously, and not just for, you know, a couple weeks, once. I mean, even when you do it a couple weeks, months, they're pretty invested in keeping you on at their company, because it's way cheaper to have an intern and then transition them to a full-time role when they graduate than it is to bring on somebody who doesn't know anything about the company after you graduate and have to train them for a year. So it's a nice thing. It really is a good thing. Trying to learn for my future. Oh, no problem at all. I enjoy answering questions about career. Always lack motivation to make YouTube videos. Yeah. Oh, my state does squeeze taxes. My state is one of the highest in terms of taxes, which is surprising because not really. Somebody said to check my garage. Thank you, 2026, for the 10 million. That's very generous. You did not have to do that. I will add that to the prize pool. So we're now sitting at 20 million. It started at 10. Thank you, Gold Life, for the 100 grand. Very appreciated. I will add that to the prize pool. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. With internships, you do all sorts of different stuff. So One day I might be designing, actually one of my main projects, I'm designing a prototype tool gauge, which will be really neat, because we need to, when we get tools in from whoever we get tools from for our machines to make the parts, we don't know exactly how long they are. We have a good idea, but you have to be really picky about it. So I'm designing a tool gauge so that we can get the tools set up to the length they need to be set up to. So that's like a fairly technical project. And then like today I laminated papers for 2 hours. So it kind of just depends on what they need you to do. But you know, it's good to be helpful. Yeah, I'm not going to tell the engineers, no, I won't laminate these papers, because that's an easy way to lose your job. But you know, it's just, you kind of do whatever they need you to do. Sometimes it's a really neat project, sometimes it's a boring task, but at least I appreciate that everything I've done for the company has been valuable to the company. They don't just give me busy work. Yeah, California is definitely probably higher than mine, but mine is a close second or third, I think. Oh yeah, there's the giveaway. We'll do that this race and the next one. So how many people did we have this race? I think we had all real people. 1, 2, oh no, there was one Nitro Type bot. 3, and then myself, but I'll only do 3 because I can't win my own giveaways. That wouldn't be very fair. Let me pull up the random number generator. Whoa, it applies to this. I did not know that. That's neat. Okay, so how many people? 3, 1 through 3, generate result, 1. So, Summer Rider, you're going to win $1 million. I'll be right back with that. They've gotten their cash. We'll do another race. Get another person. What are your thoughts on I'm Built Different? Who's that? I'm very not. Is this like a botter? I swear. Still botters on this website. Or is it something completely else? It's a bad race. That was a bad race. Alright, well thanks for attending the stream, Alice. I appreciate it. See you next time. One morning I went into work early in the morning and seen my prep guy stealing money out of the cash register. Oof. Yeah, don't steal from your employer. You'll get in a lot of trouble for that. Yeah, there are a lot of new strict rules, but I suppose botters do get around them. Caterpillar in a city near me offered for me to do an internship. It was great money. Okay. Didn't want to drive 50 miles 4 times a week for it. My facility that I drive to is like 45 miles one way, but it's mostly highway, so I get there in about 45 minutes. If you live in a city, that 50 miles will take 2 hours, so I can understand. Or just understand not wanting to drive that far every day, but I know 45 minutes isn't the worst commute for me. But I'm used to it too. Oh yeah, I'm really forgetful today. We'll look at the results of that race. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. This other race we did. Oh, thank you, Salakai. I think that's how you say that. $2 million are appreciated. Very generous. I'll add that to the prize pool. Let's go to my stats and figure out how much I owe somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people. 2. Congrats to this one. I'll give you $1 million. Alright, there you go. Looks like there were some things said in the chat. Let me answer those. Thank you, 1 profile views for the 100,000. I'll add that to the prize pool. We're now sitting at 22,200,000. Very nice. Yeah, drive through cities. Yeah, that is a bit far. I know interns who actually rent apartments near to the facility so they don't have to drive 2 hours every day. I remember you since last year. Oh yeah, welcome back to the stream. We're all Hide Skull. Good to see you here. Finally managed to get a car though. Nice. Always got mad when I didn't win a giveaway. I mean, it is annoying for sure when you enter and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't win. I don't really care anymore. That's fair. Alright, let me check out this racer everyone's talking about. I had to zoom out. I guess I'll just bring it to my main monitor. This one? Let's see, 357, 2021, a couple years old. I mean, you could do this legitimately. It would just be really hard, so I don't know. I don't like to make calls about whether I think someone's botting. They could just be a no-life, but, you know, they could also be botter. Or an account share. Remember when that was a thing. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. We'll get back to racing. Final giveaway will be at around 8. Hang on, I gotta fix this. There we go. Oh, he admitting to botting. Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind. You said your cash is gone? Did someone get into your account and send it to somebody? Because yeah, if you think somebody hacked your account, you can contact support. I doubt they're going to give anything back, because they usually don't. Sorry to hear that, though. That was a decent race. Oh, the one you sent. Oh, did you send $1 million and it didn't come through? That sucks. Hang on. I'll add that to the prize pool. Thank you for the 100 grand. Let's see. Maybe it'll come through here. We'll add $1 million. It's fine. I didn't even think about closing the tab. I'm like, oh shoot, I bet you there was donations. Yeah, okay. So I added $1 million to the prize pool. Thank you, Christ and me, for that. I appreciate it. If that ever happens, just let me know. If you name some wild number, I'll have to check, but... How can you become mod? I don't really give it out, just when I need to. So there's not a standard process for doing that. Life was so much simpler back then. Yes, that is true. Yeah, that was back in the good old days, and we'd all do the Discord calls, and we'd, you know, just kind of have fun. Back when we were all like early high schoolers, late middle schoolers. Those were the days. earbuds falling out of my ear. There we go. I was like trying to finish the race so I could put it back in my ear. My bad, Cash is there. Oh, okay. My frozen pizza is done. Bye, it was nice seeing you guys again. Hey, thanks for popping in the stream. I appreciate it. Remember when I was trying to get the perk? Man, I remember when I was trying to get the perk. That was a long time ago. That was back when you could get King of the Race cars. I guess you can still get the perk. I still think that was one of the dumbest updates they've ever done. Most of the botters were not botting to get King of the Race cars, so I don't really know why they removed them. I guess to remove incentive to get there, but people who want to get there are going to get there. You know? I just wish they made them hidden again. Because I would have at least one more King of the Race car. I was less than 1,000 races away from the 125,000 race car when they took those away. I was not happy about that, because I don't care about cars that much, but I was so close to that milestone. I was just like, oh, come on. I was at my track sectionals meet, I think, when I found out about it. I just saw a video from Dark S707. It was like, they removed King of the Race cars. I'm like, oh crap, of course they did. Why wouldn't they? They're Nitro type. They like to make decisions that we don't agree with. I wouldn't mind selling the King of the Race cars for money. I don't know if I'd like that, because then if you just have money, you could get the King of the Race cars. I don't know, I still would want it to be racing. I hope they don't bring them into the shop. I will not be happy if they do that. Yeah, I probably still have some old Discord group chats with you guys. I miss the old Nitro type. Me too. I joined in early 2018, and those were the days. The only thing I would change in the old days is make the races what they are now, like 25 seconds long instead of, or 20 to 25, I guess, depending on how well you type. Instead of, what was it, 45 seconds, 40 to 45. That was long for doing a lot of racing. 5th day straight of hitting a 700 session? Dang. It would still need to be a lot of money. If they were going to do it, it'd have to be like 50 million. I don't know. It depends on the card, though, too. 14 million would probably be fine for some of them. You need to call one day soon before you go to college. Yeah, I can probably do that. It'd probably have to be a weekend. Let's see. Yeah, but other than that, I think old Nitro type was peak. Maybe that and more events. More events would be good, but like everything else was great. I like the old website aesthetic. It's just nostalgic. This is a good website. Because like between Nitro type and cool math games, that's like what I played in middle school. So yeah, I remember people were getting new high scores like crazy. Do all of you know what V2 looked like? I'm assuming you all do, right? If you don't, let me know. I can pull up a picture or just Google it. Nitro type V2, it should come up with something. That was a decent race. Yeah, actually, if you Google Nitro Type V2, what comes up? yeah, pretty much what the website looks like. Should I do like a, well, it's usually pretty slow, but would any of you be interested in me doing a Wayback Machine video where I go back in time on the internet, which you use with the Wayback Machine, and look at what NitroType used to look like? It's really slow. I've tried it before. It takes like 10 minutes. I don't recall. Actually, yeah. Mobile typer, this is what it looked like. It was just like this. So that was the race page. This was the garage. Actually, this is public profile, I think. That's old V3. I kind of prefer this layout to what they have now. Like, this is good. I like this a lot. This is V3. Oh no, that's not. I thought maybe that was V3 with a V2 skin on it, but no, it's V3. That's V2. Yeah, it looked like that. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I think I actually have that theme. Oh no, I have it on my laptop. Find. It's like one of the most common ones, old NitroType. Yeah, we can do some races like this. It's not totally accurate. Like, you can see these buttons are kind of off. This is kind of what the old text looked like. That was a bad race. What mouse do I use? This is the Hitscan Hyperlight. I just got it not that long ago. I really like it. It's super lightweight. It's like 40 grams, which is just nice for... Yeah, this isn't exactly what it looked like, but this is pretty close. This is the font. I mean, this wasn't... Oh, that's weird. It's like making my screen flash whenever it does that. No, but yeah, this is pretty much what it looked like. It was just... You had gold, so the ad box here was still here. It just had a gold symbol. This was like a different... I actually kind of like the old style of header. This is not quite what the garage looked like, but it's pretty close. I think they made this theme. They probably took like a gray textured picture, put some tire treads over it, and then this took some work, I'm sure. Actually, we can take a look. What did they have to do to get this to work? Okay. Yeah, I don't really read code that well. I'm not much of a code expert, believe it or not. Glorious Model O. Nice. I had the Glorious Model D for a really long time, which is very much like the Model O. It's a pretty nice mouse. I liked it a lot. NitroType should make a separate website, or they could just have a switch between new and old. Buried it in settings so you don't have to see an ugly switch up in the top corner. Alright, we'll do maybe one more race, and then I'll start setting up the giveaway. That's a pretty good race to end on. Alright, so it's time for the final giveaway. For those of you who don't know how it works, every bit of cash donated to me during the stream gets put into a spreadsheet that I have right here, and I give it all away at the end. So we are at $23,300,000 even, and I have a Google form with 22 people in it. Let's make sure nobody entered twice. I always do this. I'm not suspicious today, particularly. I just like to check. Looks good. Nobody entered me, did they? I actually, please don't do, as funny as they are, I would highly discourage you from doing funny entries. Because it makes it significantly harder for me to filter through. Because then I have to go to a Google Sheet and I have to delete the responses so they're not counted in the random number generator. So please do try to avoid the funny entries simply because it makes my life so much harder. I appreciate it. And if you need that link, it is this thing right here. Okay, we got 24 entries. Does anyone else have to enter? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I think I take that as a refresh, make sure everyone entered. 26 people. Okay, I'm going to close the form. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so 26 people. I'll go to face cam scene. There you go, something more interesting than just a blank nitro type screen to stare at. Let me make sure they're all legit. They should be. I don't see any double responses. I don't. Oh, somebody entered Wildflower. Okay, we'll have to delete that probably. I don't know. How about this? Wildflower, I very highly doubt is watching this. Wildflower, if you are watching this, please put in the chat. But if not, yeah, I don't think Wildflower entered. I see mobile entered. We'll have to delete that one. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Whoa, okay, that's not okay. Somebody entered something very not nice. I'll have to do this in Sheets. It's fine. Okay. I'm assuming Wildflower didn't enter. Wildflower doesn't need my 20 million. But, you know. There we go. The rest of these should be legit. So, here's all the entries for today. You can't really see these because I'm not sharing my screen. I'm a professional, I promise. These are all the entries for today. We have a grand total of 24 people from 2 to 25. So let me get the random number generator. And, oh, the theme applies. That's going to make it fun. 24 people, right? Yeah, because 2 to 25, that's 24 people. 3. So 1, 2, 3. This person is 1. Let's see their profile. Add friend, of course. Congratulations to whoever this is. You're going to win 23,300,000. There we go. I will send you that cash. And they have gotten their cash. Congratulations. Alright, I can talk with the stream for like a minute or two. Then I will have to end the stream. Alright, anyone have any burning questions? Anything they want to say? Anything like that before I end the stream? I realize I slouch so much when I stream. I'm like hunched over like an old person. No offense to old people. Some of them have very good posture. Oh yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Congratulations. I always enjoy doing these giveaways. When I go to streaming twice a week on a regular basis, the starting number will probably be less. We might, and then when I run out of reserves, yeah, it'll probably be less, like 2.5 million, then it'll be 5 million between the two streams, which is I don't know, maybe we'll do 5 million per stream. I don't really care. Alright, I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you everyone for attending. Alright, so if you all enjoyed today's stream, it'd be great if you considered liking the stream and subscribing to the channel. Maybe leave a comment when this is done, helps with the engagement, which helps me in the algorithm. If you're watching this on replay, hello, how you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day. And there's not much else to say, so I will see you all in the next one.